Well, we are due for a puppy update, aren't we, Maria? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Thanksgiving kind of got away from me here. And this is actually... Oh, Maria hears something outside. She's going to go check it out. My little guard dog. But we actually... This is a puppy's last night here in the whelping pool. We're about to... Actually, last day, because we're about ready to switch this over to pellets. You're going to have a life change, puppies. And as you can tell, we're getting around really good. I figured, now that we're starting to see a little personality pop out, yes, a little blue, that we better give the puppies some temporary names. And I was looking back through, and puppies were born during Children's Book Week. And everyone's got some favorite books. We had some suggestions. And what we decided to do was go with some Roald Dahl books, because everybody loves Roald Dahl. If you don't, you haven't read his books, because they are just fun and they're kind of silly. And we are going to start with our pink girl. She's up there you are. Because she's our oldest girl. There you are. So let's get out of the way, Maria. So pink is Matilda now. She is Miss Matilda. Let's go back over here so people can see you. She just wants to run away. She is now Matilda. So, and I love the book Matilda, but I really like the old original Matilda movie. The one's got Danny DeVito in it as her dad. All kinds of good characters, but I know there's a newer Matilda, but we like the old original, don't we? I'll still watch it. It's just it's fun to watch. I think you've watched it once or twice with me, Miss Maria. Well, let's move on to our next puppy. You gotta sit in my side instead here, Miss Maria. So our next puppy to get a name is, and you can hear Mr. Winston, our little boy Blue. And he is now Charlie, as in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Aren't you, little guy? Little Mr. Charlie. And we have a fun story in my family that my mom told me, that she had 3 much younger brothers. And when she was in high school, my parents were dating, and they took the 3 younger brothers to go see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And apparently it was a little scary when the little girl turned into a blueberry. All 3 of the boys, they're all adult men now, but they started crying. So I guess it was kind of scary. But that's our fun family story about Willy Wonka. And I'm told that Mom and Dad also took the boys to the French Connection and got in trouble because then the boys started cursing. So watch what you take your little brothers to. Our next puppy name is gonna be Little Mr. Green. Yes. And you are now Wonka. Speaking of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you are little Mr. Wonka. Yes. And I've noticed he does some kind of fun stuff. He's really good at laying on his back like a little turtle. A little character like a Willy Wonka. Are you checking things out, little Miss Matilda? And next, going back to our Matilda book, is Miss Honey. And there's a book that I didn't know until I started looking around it for different book covers. Marvelous Miss Honey. So she was Matilda's kind teacher in the original Matilda book and in the movie. So you are Miss Honey now. Little purple's Miss Honey. You are a sweetie just like her. And you can hear Maria crunching on some food. Our last puppy to get a name is Mr. Fox, our little red boy. Fantastic Mr. Fox. And I have not read this for a long, long time, but I know it's about a fox who basically is stealing from farmers. Yeah, it's kind of a pesky little guy. But he outsmarts the farmers, and it's kind of a fun story. So you are now Mr. Fox. can call you just Fox. And as you can tell, the puppies, they're going to the bathroom more now, so time to move over to Pellets. Your mom is having a hard time keeping up with you guys. Yeah, keeping everything clean. She's doing a good job, but we want to make her life easier. So here's our puppies. And if you have a moment, if you're go down the Google rabbit hole like I sometimes do, I think we all do that, look up Roald Dahl. He was a pretty cool guy. He was actually a fighter pilot for, was it the British Royal Air Force? The Royal Air Force? I'm not very good at the military name there. But basically for England, he was a fighter pilot. He crashed his plane, I think in Africa. Had a pretty bad head injury. I think he lost sight for a bit. And I wonder if part of that head injury maybe spurred some of his creativity. What do you think? We got some kibble here. Mama's food. But yeah, take a look at Roald Dahl. He's kind of a cool guy. And he was actually acquaintances and possibly friends with the fellow who wrote the James Bond books. So he ended up being almost a spy of sorts for, I think, just before MI6. Is that what they call it in England? So Roald Dahl actually worked for the precursor for them. So kind of a cool guy if you take a look. And he wrote some fun books. So see if I can keep everyone straight. So we've got Matilda. There's Miss Honey. You're a little sweetie. Mr. Fox. There's Charlie. And there's Wonka. So I will update with our adventures of moving to the Pellets, because we are well past due. Good night, puppies.